Yes, please go ahead.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Let's start with a quick recitation of Quran. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Inna anzalnahu fi laylatil qadr wa ma adraka ma laylatul qadr. Laylatul qadri khayrun min alfi shahr. تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن ربهم من كل أمر سلام هي حتى مطلع الفجر. صدق الله العظيم. So, brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum, and thank you so much for joining tonight's Quran quiz on Surah Dukhan. So, brief introduction about the program is that this is run under the supervision of Maulana Sayyid Hadi Yassin, who is the resident scholar of Islamic Center of Zahra Pleasanton, and mashallah, he's available as of now on this call as well for educating us, wherever he thinks to the light, inshallah. So this program basically is specifically focusing on understanding Quranic concepts, basically, and it provides an opportunity to the community to engage in Quran learning as a family. So the objective, like as I said, that basically is to learn Quran in a fun manner by, providing an opportunity to family, sit together and educate themselves at the same time. So alhamdulillah, we have conducted several programs so far, and we are trying our best here to leverage as much as we can through this program, inshallah. And so for Ramadan specifically, we had picked Surah Dukhan, which is a highly recommended surah for the recitation throughout the year, by the way, but specifically in Ramadan. So this particular quiz has total 25 questions altogether. Most of the questions are MCQ format, and a couple of questions are true or false. And the focus has been, has made on the concepts, and also at the same time, we are trying to cover the historical part as well to connect the ayahs of the time and the prophets who were engaged with their communities, and then to connect to this modern world, how we can apply as of today. So that's the way, the program is designed. So I hope, inshallah, you will enjoy, inshallah, and mashallah, all of you who have joined today, for sure, you have spent your time, and all of you are winners in the eyes of Allah. The minute you had intention to learn Quran, you became the winners. However, in this program, we will still give, first, three positions, prizes as well, inshallah. That will be taken care of at the end of the program. And so this program will be conducted on Kahoot. So basically, it is a test of accuracy as well as the speed as well. So if you know the answer, then do not hold the answer. Then you need to be smart and quick to reply to answer the question. Or if you do not know for sure, then you must take your time for the window. However, it's a combination of accuracy and speed together here. So this is a brief introduction of the program. I guess it's 9:30 now. I guess it's a time for us to move forward. Subhata, can we start the quiz then?
Yeah, I can start. Before we start, anyone have the last minute question? Okay, Bismillah, we'll start, inshallah.
So brothers, we're starting the quiz. So the first question, this surah falls under the just dash of Quran, option 1, 23rd, 2, 24th, 3, 25th, 4th, 26th. So the correct answer is this surah falls under the juz 25th of Quran. So mashallah, we have 8 correct answers here. Excellent. Go next. So, young Zali and guests. Okay. Mashallah. For the next screen, please. Second question, the literal meaning of Dukhan is option 1, smoke, option 2, water, option 3, ocean, option 4, fire. The smoke is the correct answer to this question, mashallah. So all are correct here. Mashallah, excellent. Next, please. Mashallah. So third question, the word Dukhan has appeared in the verse dash of this surah. Option 1, 10th verse, option 2, 11th verse, option 3, 22nd verse, option 4, 56th verse. So those who have paid attention while reciting, maybe they can answer this question. MashaAllah, good. So 10th, this verse, the word Dukhan has appeared in the 10th verse of this surah. So 10th is the right answer. So please next. Okay, so MashaAllah. Next, please. What night did the commentators mean by Laylatul Mubarakah in verse 3? Option 1, night of Miraj. Option 2, night of 15 Sha'ban. Option 3, night of Eid al-Fitr. Option 4, night of power. Night of power is Laylatul Qadr actually. So the correct answer is night of power, mashallah. Next. So we are seeing the ranking is flipping here. Mashallah, good. And next, please. How many hours night of power lasts overall over the planet Earth? Option 1, 12 hours. Option 2, 24 hours. Option 36 hours. Option 4, 48 hours. Just think about like how many hours overall night covers the globe. Okay, so the right answer to this question is 24 hours. So maybe this is the question, maybe it's scientific. Imagine that if the night starts from somewhere in the southeast, and then it reaches by country by country by country to us. And this is how it covers the whole globe. So 24 hours, basically, it takes the whole night to, circle around the whole planet. So angels keep descending the earth 24 hours. So it depends like where you fall geographically during that time frame, during that night, the angels are descending on that part of the earth. So altogether 24 hours, this night basically lasts overall on the planet. Next, please, next question. Next, please. In the light of verse 4, the decree of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala about the affairs of people is irreversible. Option 1, true. Option 2, false. It's more conceptual question. In the light of verse 4, decree means amr of Allah. So the correct answer is false. So we said that the degree of Allah about the affairs of people is irreversible. No, it is reversible. That's why It's highly recommended to make dua and sadaqah. That changes the Allah's amr actually. So our duas change our destiny. That's what the question is. So it is true that the amr of Allah is reversible because of our duas and our sadaqah. So the correct answer to this question is false. So it was a conceptual question. Go to the next screen, please. Next. So in the light of verse 9, why disbelievers do not believe in God and his Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Option 1, it is very complex issue for them to understand. Option 2, they are taking matters of faith very seriously. Option 3, they are being careless and negligent of their faith matters. Option 4, none of the above. This is as of today how disbelievers behave. So think about it, like why as of today it is happening as of today as well. So they are being careless and negligent of their faith matter. This is the correct answer. So brothers and sisters, so we have Maulana Sayyid Hadi Yassin on call. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask him after the quiz is over. So he, inshallah, will give us more interpretation on or clarification on these answers, inshallah. And these are coming, by the way, from Tafsir Namuna. So we have used this as a baseline here. And some of you are very, general concepts here too. So next question, please. Yeah, please, next question. Question number 8. What is the meaning of muntaqimun in verse 16? Option 1, God will extinguish the fire of his anger. God will surely punish them for their deeds. Option 3, God will forgive them because of his mercy. Option 4, God may punish them for their deeds. So the correct answer is God will surely punish them for their deeds. It's a revenge of Allah, basically, from the oppressors. Next, please. Next question. So Saklan family is now talking at the moment, mashallah. So next question, the term fitna in the verse 17 refers to trials and examinations of the whole mankind. It's true or it's false? So the correct answer is true, that fitna term is defined in Tafsir Namuna that it is a trial and examination of the whole mankind, basically. As we go through, all of us, we keep going through, this thing. So next question, please. Next, please. So 10th, which prophet is referred to messenger of Kareem in the verse 17? It's a historical question. Hazrat Isa alayhi salam, option 1, Hazrat Harun alayhi salam, Hazrat Musa alayhi salam, or Hazrat Adam alayhi salam. So the correct answer is Hazrat Musa alayhi salam, actually. So the title of Kareem is also the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam as well. And next, please, next question. Next, please. Question number 11, according to the commentary of verse 29, heavens swept on which two personalities? Option 1, Hazrat Yahya, Hazrat Ali alayhi salam. Option 2, Imam Ali alayhi salam, Hazrat Imam Hussain alayhi salam. Option 3, Hazrat Yahya and Imam Hussain alayhi salam. Option 4, Hazrat Imam Hussain and Imam Hassan alayhi salam. So basically, heavens have swept only in two personalities, Hazrat Yahya alayhi salam and Imam Hussain alayhi salam. Next question, please. This is according to Tafsir Namuna. Next, please. What does it mean to choose the children of Israel from world in the verse 32nd? Allah has preferred them over the world of their time. Allah has preferred them over the world of all times. Allah has preferred them over the region of Egypt only and none of the above. It's also a historical question, but it also applies us for today as well because Jews have different concept on this thing. So the correct answer is over the world of their time, actually. That is the correct answer. However, we still feel that they are still chosen over the whole world of all times that do believe as of today. However, according to our understanding about the Quran and Tafsir Namuna, Allah had preferred them over the world of their time only. Next question, please. Next, please. So question number 13, what method of trial is supported by commentary in verse 33? Allah tries through hardships and difficulties, option 1. Allah tries through blessings and comforts, 2. Allah tries through calamities, 3. All of the above. So how will that test all of us actually? That's the question is about. So the correct answer is all of the above. Yes, all of the above, because Allah tests some people through blessings and comforts, some people through hardships, and some people through disasters, earthquakes, tsunamis, tornadoes. These are all calamities. So correct answer is all of the above. Next question, please. Next scene. 14th of 25. So in the verse 35, what did believers deny? Belief in heaven and hell, belief in accountability, belief in resurrection, all of the above. And the disbelievers as of today also have the same problem. So the correct answer is all of the above. As of today also, disbelievers do not believe basically in all of them actually. So next question, please. So Maulana is going to explain us, inshallah, these where we are seeing more wrong answers. It gives a message that overall there need to be some more education there. So inshallah, Maulana will cover some aspects here, inshallah. So please go to the next question. Who are the people of Tuba in verse 37? The king of Yemen and his people, the king of Persia and his people, the king of Egypt and his people, none of the above. It's a historical question. The king of Yemen and his people is the right answer to this question. Next, please. Next, please. So this, please pay attention. The Quran has gained importance because it was revealed in the night of Qadr. True or false? Little tricky question. Please take your time to answer it. It has double points. So the correct answer is false. Quran did not gain importance because it was revealed in the night of Qadr. Qadr has got importance because the Quran was revealed in that night. So the answer is false. So the correct answer. So mashallah. So next question, please. Next. 17th question. What message is coming together of Al-Aziz and Ar-Rahim in verse 42? God respects those who are mu'min. Despite having an invisible power, God is merciful. Option 2. God is loving and merciful. 3. And last, God is most beneficent and merciful. So altogether, these two names of Allah, what it refers to? So Al-Aziz means invisible power. It has unlimited power. So despite having invisible power, God is merciful. That is the correct answer. So next question, please. Next, please. In the light of verse 19, what does refer to compelling proof of the Musa al-Islam presented to Fir'aun? Option 1, stick. Number 2, shining hand. Option 3, firm and logical arguments. And option 3, all of the above. So basically, these are all the miracles that so Musa al-Islam had. So, and altogether, what he tried to deliver to his nation. So the correct is all of them, mashallah. That's very right answer, all of them. Musa al-Islam had a stick which would change its shape, and he had a shining hand, and also he gave very firm and logical arguments to Fir'aun and his people to come to God. So the correct answer is all of the above, mashallah. Very good. So next question, please. Next. This surah falls under that sequence of Quran, 43rd, 44th, 45th, or 46th in order. So the correct answer is 44, mashallah, excellent. It's the 44 in the order and sequence of Quran. Good. Next question, please. Next. So 20th question, double points it has. In verse 31, the term musrifin refers to exceeding the limit in actions only, exceeding the limit in talks only, exceeding the limits either in actions or talks, not exceeding limit at all. So musrifin, what is your understanding about musrifin? This Maulana had given in the night of Qadr, one of the lecture, he had explained this thing to us. Musrifin exceeding the limit either in action or talk, that is the correct answer to the question. So either in talks or action, both would fall in the category of Musrifin according to the Quranic concept. Next question, please. Next, please. One who recites the Dukhan of the night of Friday or on the day of Friday, Allah will build a house in heaven. Option 1 true, option 2 false. It is basically hadith from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Actually, I already answered the question here. It's true is the right answer. I said already is hadith. MashaAllah. Go next question, please. Next screen. What is the meaning of term Hameem in verse 48? Option 1, bitter food. Option 2, smoke. 3, boiling water. 4, scorpions. Hameem, boiling water. So guys in the hell will be served with this. So this is correct answer, Hameem, boiling water. So next question, please. Next, please. So third last question now. How did the children of Israel get rid of torment of Muhin in verse 30? By just listening to the Musa alayhi salam, by just praising Hazrat Musa alayhi salam, by practicing the teachings of the Musa alayhi salam in their lives, by just hanging out with the Musa alayhi salam. This also applies as of today to us as well when it comes to connect to Allah through Islam. So we have to be practicing Muslim in order to connect to Allah on the religion of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, basically. So next question, please. So, okay, next again. So second last question. So true or false? In the light of verse 58, Quran is understandable to the thinker. True or false? So it's true. That's why the Quran is for the whole humanity. It's open for anyone who thinks about Quran and Allah. So this is a book for all, actually. So true is the right answer. So last question of the night. Next question, please. So this family, mashallah, is staying top here. So let's see. Next, please. Okay, so whether this is also a conceptual question, in the verse 57, what do we learn from phrase فَضْلًا مِنْ رَبِّكَ? When we use this term, فَضْلًا مِنْ رَبِّكَ, what does it mean? The reward will be exactly equal to one's deeds. The reward will be much more than one's deeds. The reward will be for other people's actions also. The reward will be more than one's deeds. Just pay attention. It's about Allah's givings to us. So, brother, the correct answer is reward will be much more than one street. That's why, inshallah, the followers of Al-Bayt al-Islam, after spending 70 years, 80 years in this world, would be living in limited time, unlimited time in heavens. It's because of this, because of first Arabic actually. So here onwards, I would request Maulana Sifadi Yassin, please, come forward now because we on the next screen we're going to announce who is the winner, and then he will also explain us the two more concepts, which inshallah, and we will benefit from this time. Yes, Maulana, please go ahead.
Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Well, how about we see who are the winners, Brother Shabir?
Okay.
You want them to wait?
Proceed then.
I mean, you can do that with the dinner, when we have a majlis. This dinner is at the end, so listen to Maulana. So,
okay, Brother, please.
Let's see who are the winners, so we will congratulate them and then we'll go with that, mashallah. Ahsan, Qadiriz, mashallah, third place, alhamdulillah. The second, Ya Zainab, alhamdulillah. And the first one, MashaAllah, cans. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Congratulations.
MashaAllah.
Alhamdulillah. May Allah, inshallah, make it Mubarak to all of you guys. Indeed, the fact that everyone, mashallah, participated, they are the winners. But congratulations to all of you guys, specifically first place, second place, and third place. May Allah bless you. I tell Brother Shabir, mashallah, why are you making the difficult questions? You don't have to. Brother Shabir, they're fasting. These brothers and sisters, they have rosa, but mashallah. So as you see, brothers and sisters, alhamdulillah, the questions are getting more depth and significance because we believe that, alhamdulillah, all professionals here, and we have to go to the next levels. We have to be able to study. As you see, this is more about the mafahim of Quran. This is more about the tafsir of Quran, right? So therefore, believe me, this surah, for example, we try to choose some surahs that are not long surahs, This surah is like 59 ayah, if we have this as an opportunity to study a little bit more of the tafsir of this, for example, tafsir is very easy to follow, and understand what are the depth, what are the layers behind each surah, not just reciting. Once the tafsir of this surah, for example, and you learn the points about each ayah, next time that you recite this ayah, as you heard a lot of traditions we have about the importance of this surah, very important surah, as you heard, those who recite this surah in Shab Jum'ah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would build a house for them in Jannah. That means they are Ahl Jannat, inshallah, the importance of this surah. But once you recite this surah, then you have or any other surah that you study, then you have a good understanding of the concepts of this surah, So that's very important once you review that. This surah is amazing because it has a combination of different topics in it. And that's the beauty of Quran, brothers and sisters. If you pay attention, you see that it starts with why Quran is specifically, for example, this surah is not boring and is so, interesting to follow and to recite. It talks about, an important point about how the revelation of Quran at the beginning. It talks about a very deep and secret concept of Laylatul Qadr, right? But it's not saying Laylatul Qadr. It's the beauty of Quran. Very interesting, Brother Shabir, that you mentioned. It's not saying Laylatul Qadr, Laylatul Mubarakah, right? So it's a beauty of language of Quran, use different ways of expressing, right? So, and then it comes to the situation of those who have doubt about ayat of Quran, who have doubt about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What happens to them? And then it goes to history, like Pharaoh and Bani Israel, what happens to them? How beautiful is this book to follow, because it has the history, it has some deep concept, it has all these points make it easier and interesting to follow. This surah is important surah. There are some specific fada'il and attributes about this surah. For example, those who recite this surah or they have this surah, they are secure from jinn and the issues that jinn can cause for them. This surah, those who have this surah, or they hold this surah with themselves and carry this surah with themselves, can write it down somewhere secure and safe with them, it would have them to have the respect in front of others. Those are some of the benefits, extraordinary of benefit of this surah. Will have the respect in front of others, or the honor and respect in front of others. Their hajjah will be accepted. And there's some actually, benefit of like physical benefit for people as well, such as their hajjat and everything. What I would say is this, inshallah, if we go to the concept, some of these, the questions, some of the questions that you have seen, you definitely should have read the tafsir of this surah. Otherwise, by just reading the translation of this surah, you wouldn't have noticed. For example, some of the question that we have about some of the figures that, were part of the questions, you should have read the tafsir of this surah. So inshallah, I don't want to take your time down much. What is important, inshallah, that we find these opportunities, as a time to study, to review. Sometimes you can have flashcards for yourself, and then take the points, the main points of this surah that we have, inshallah, and to review them and make yourself more familiar with this surah and the benefits of this surah. I'll finish with this. Although Quran, all of it, all surah of Quran, all ayat of Quran, they are nur, they are like, the shafa for all of us. But each surah has its own benefit, has its own characteristics, has its own, attributes. And we have it in traditions as well. The way that sometimes you get, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin so and so, vitamin B, in different, nutritions that you get, each of these surah have vitamins for your soul and sometimes for your body as well. So therefore, it is important that Quran says, this Quran is the shafa and cure for your sicknesses. Yes, even for physical sickness, but more important for your spiritual diseases and sicknesses. That when you pay attention to, for example, Surah Dukhan, what happened to Bani Israel? The power that Pharaoh had, the confidence that Pharaoh had that he called himself God, right? It's not a joke. How much today, look at the billionaires that we have. Look at the kings that we have. No, none of them can count as, consider themselves as God. None of them can reach the level of Pharaoh. Imagine, he was literally considering himself a God, creator. To what level and power he had, and where is he today? What happened to him today? And to all those who had power and dignity that he had, nothing. Gone, right? Paying attention to this, applying those messages into our lives, inshallah, would help a lot to be able to, inshallah, follow this path and then get the points. What I would like the brothers and sisters just came to my mind. All those, mashallah, participated. Here's and all of us, including myself. Study or read the Surah Dukhan one more time. Try to find one point of this surah, only one point of this surah that is related to your life and related to you. And try to apply that one point in your life and give yourself a timeline, whatever it is. If it's about aqidah, if it's about following the ahkam, if it's about wajibat, it's about whatever it is, it's related to you and related to something you need to improve. Find that one thing based on Surah Dukhan. It might be challenging. Based on Surah Dukhan, give yourself a timeline and try to work yourself, inshallah. That would, inshallah, make it more practical, and inshallah, you get the benefit from this surah. We have a lot of traditions about, the importance of this surah, the thawab of reciting this surah. Some of the traditions are saying writing down this surah and drinking this surah as well. We have sometimes like Surah Yasin as well. If you can write it down with saffron and a bowl, inside a bowl. For example, Surah Yasin is good for that. And then pull some water and then drink that water. Don't throw it out, drink that water, some benefit of that. Ma huwa shafa, right? It's a shafa. So we have this type of things as well. And may Allah, inshallah, bless you. Indeed, all of you guys, mashallah, participated, going through the questions, and answering this. You are all, alhamdulillah, inshallah, you get the thawab of that. And I pray that Allah make all of us, inshallah, attached to Quran and help us to learn more about the ma'arif of Quran, inshallah. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala Muhammadin wa ajjal farajahum wa lanaqtahum ajma'in. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, bihaqq al-Quran, let us be Ahl Quran. Bihaqq Quran, Ya Allah, hasten in the dhuhur of Sahib Quran, Imam Mahdi alayhi salatu wasalam. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, bihaqq Quran, let us have the tawfiq to act upon the ayat of Quran. Let us live with the lifestyle of mu'mineen that you introduced in Quran. Ya Allah, do not let us be among those who recite Quran and Quran curses them. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, let us have the tawfiq in our generation to always hold into this Thiqla Akbar Quran, and let us get the ma'arif of Quran from the Thiqla Asghar Ahlul Bayt. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, bihaqq Quran, give shafa to all those who are sick and they have difficulties. Bihaqq Quran, those who are against Quran purposely, all those that these days in Afghanistan, kuffara call them in Afghanistan, they're doing this terror against our brothers and sisters, injustice, and killing innocent people. Ya Allah, bihaqq Quran, send their evil back to themselves. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Rahim, those who are under difficulties, who are hajat, and request my brothers and sisters give them khair hajat, and those who passed away, send the sabab from this Quran recitation and ma'arif to the soul, inshallah. رحم الله من يقرأ الفاتحة مع الصلاة. جزاكم الله خير. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Syed. Thank you. Thank you to all the participants. Thank you, Brother Shabir, for hosting it.
What is the gift? You didn't mention the gift. That's it. No dinner, nothing, and then Khudafez.
Gift is having all of us together and sharing this knowledge.
MashaAllah. No, inshallah, there should be some gifts.
Yes. So we'll be reaching out to the winners and kind of sending an email. I've captured them. I've sent them out already. So inshallah, you'll hear back from Brother Abbas on this.
Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum.
I joined a little late, but inshallah, we'll follow up with the winners, inshallah.
Inshallah.